Tigers fans, we are on the brink of hearing who our new signings are, and I literally, like a kid in a candy shop, I cannot wait. It's going to be any second now, but today we're going to be breaking down who I think we should sign, plus who you guys are thinking that we should sign as well. But before we do that, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jordy. I'm a diehard Tigers fan. I bleed black, orange, and white. It would mean the world to me if you would like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm out a ton. Plus, we are trying to hit 2,005 followers before the end of May to celebrate our premiership winning year 2005. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you do that, because we have so much to dream big about this year, Tigers fans. Let's get into it. Off the bat, I put out a poll on my YouTube post and I said, who would you sign if you were in charge? These are the four that came to mind. Dom Young from the Roosters. We had Taylan May previously with the Penrith Panthers and Samoa. David Fifita from the Titans, who just announced he is open to sign. And then would we extend an extension offered to a player in the West Tigers? 8% said Dom Young. Honestly surprised. 59% Taylan May, which I am not surprised at all by that. 17% of said David Fifita or extend an extension to a West Tigers player. And this is what you guys actually had to say. This has to happen. He's been told if he wants to join his brother, he is allowed to. Having both May brothers playing together would be legendary. Fifita would be my second choice, and if somehow we could get both, well, the sky's the limit. Absolutely, mate. Honestly, man, I am all for Taylan May come in. I know he has some history, and I know there's some allegations and stuff around him, and I'm not saying that's not like something we should be looking at, but at the end of the day, we need to be focusing on footy, and I believe that having him on our team will help us win in the long run. It will definitely help build our culture, and the culture being around him too, I think would do huge props to him and would help. And so we had Paddy Mad Haven 6805 say we have so many outside backs though. We definitely do, but at what quality, you know? Yeah, we have it. We've seen it. With Gerald Skelton was out, Stafford was out. We ended up with Charlie Staines and Brent Naden. Although they're great players, Brent Naden definitely hasn't stepped up to what we need him to be across the board and consistently. And Charlie Staines has only played one game with us this season, which he absolutely killed it. But is that sustainable, and will he keep that going? Because previously, we have seen Charlie Staines definitely not have the best attacking and defensive opportunities and decision-making around that. So my concern is that link. Will that be something that we need to be better at and add more depth in the future? And I believe having someone like David Fifita or Taylan May or even both would definitely give us that depth. But I agree, we do have a lot of outside backs, and that's why I think we should be looking at our forward pack as well, which we'll get into a little bit later. Danny's well says Fifita, he'd fit in well, strong ball carrier, and I think would do well next to Luai and can find consistency under a more relaxed coach like Benji. If not, extend TDS. That is another great point, Danny's World. Looking at Taylan Da Silva, especially with Uppy probably only having 2-3 more seasons with the Tigers, I believe, if we can lock him down as well and keep him around. But you know how fast footy changes. So he's locking someone in like Taylan Da Silva. Yeah, he's not full NRL 80-minute worthy yet, or ready yet, I should say, but he is a solid choice, and he is someone that we should put in time, money, and resources into to ensure that we are good to go when the time when Uppy has to sadly leave, which I don't want to ever happen. But unfortunately, all things do have to come to an end. And I believe putting money, time, and resources into TDS would be extremely smart. My guy, the Monkey Merchant, thanks for reaching out, brother. Personally, either Taylan or extend the current play. I love it. Dom and Fifita are such great talents, but would do more damage than good to a club that's rebuilding like the Tigers are. Interesting. Romy, Uppy, and Tito came from winning culture, so standards are ingrained in them, and there's a hunger to create that environment. That is a great point, man. I love that. They know how to make it happen. They know what it's like to perform and compete at that level, right? And when someone like Dom and Fifita will be coming from a struggling club, they haven't shown any indication to have wanted to improve or help build that culture. Dude, that is a great point. This isn't an attack on the boys as people, but rather their fit within our club. They'd be better off heading to a place like Storm or Panthers, where they'll be surrounded by championship mindsets that won't tolerate BS. With Taylan May, people like bringing up his off-field stuff, yeah, you know, but at the end of the day, we have to put on a footy lens, only focus on him on the field. At Penrith, his effort was as good as the elite. His defense was on. Attack-wise, made good decisions, and the area lacked in came only from experience. He's got the body type and the toughness that could easily transition to a second row like Sorensen. I can't see Dom or Fifita fitting in well with this club, but May is 100% compatible, especially under skippers like Uppy and Romy. Whoa, Monkey Merchant, I appreciate your input every single video because, my goodness, man, you know how to articulate, and I love your perspective, and I could not agree more. I've said it for a while now, like, Taylor May is such a versatile, player on the field. He could step in at second row. He could step in at a 5'8" even, but, you know, he is traditionally a center, which when we can move out the wing, if Gerald Skelton's out, someone like that, you know, like, there is so much opportunity with him as well. Like, he is just the versatility. He's got that toughness and that grit that his brother Terrell has as well. And I think that is just across the board. And I absolutely love that for the May brothers. And we need that. Like, we absolutely need that in this culture. And like you said, yeah, you know, Luai and Tito and Uppy, they've come from, like, winning cultures, winning premiership teams. And they know what the expectation in the bar is set at. And Dom and people like Fifita haven't been in that before. And are struggling, not in struggling clubs, but in clubs that aren't at that level just yet, and so bringing them in, could it do more harm than good? Probably. And yeah, I agree. Like, what extent do we go to bring new people in? Should we just keep people coming through our system, and keep extending, or should we be looking at just key players, you know, one-off players like Taylor May, or one-off players like, for example, Lockie Galvin if he was on the other side? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm really intrigued on that, and thanks for bringing that up, man. Jason Mark, I always love this guy's input as well. Give us Fifita and we can convert Jack Bird into a center, and out of the bench he's an elite premiership winning center with the Sharks. Fifita running good lines of Luai is pretty dangerous. Honestly, Titans is just not the right club for him. Dang, Jackie Bird in the center? Yeah, I mean, why the heck not? I could get behind that. I mean, especially if Fifita came in too, like... Yeah, I could definitely get behind that. Like, I know I said just before, like, Fifita could do more harm than good, but at the end of the day, I'm not the coach. I'm just going based off these different scenarios. And if Fifita were to come in, I could definitely see Jack Bird coming in as our center as well. That would actually be pretty sick. What do you guys think of Jason Mark's comment? Like, would you guys kind of mesh with that, bond with that, gel with that? Could you see Jackie Bird in the center full time for us, and maybe replace someone like, I hate to say it, but Adam Dewey? I know he's kind of on the chopping block in the next couple years as his new talent comes through. Faster, more, tough people in that sense when it comes to running center. I love Adam Dewey, but is he also as fresh as they can get and as new and as, if in front of the trend as they get? I'm not entirely sure, and honestly, I don't think so. But I would love to see the bloke around. I think in the future we got to be looking at a 5'8", especially with Galvin going out. 5'8" that is an all-round good kicker as well. As we see Adam Dewey possibly leaving here in the next few years. Just thinking, these are all hypotheticals. This is nothing set in stone, so don't come at me for this. Just like brain dumping with you guys, because that's what I do. But yeah, thinking like 5'8" with Galvin going, kicking someone kind of like a Benji Marshall of back in the day, that is what our club, I think, needs to be looking at for the future, especially if we're looking to sign some new folks. Mate, hearing Mam is on the outer and Brisbane will let him go. Just saying, if Galvin does want to leave, please, Mam, is that guy. Could get behind that too. Honestly, could definitely get behind that as well. ISAS 1988, that is a great point. What do you guys think? Should we be really looking at Brisbane? Let me know in the comments. David and Dom, young are basket cases. Fifita will rot your club from the inside out with his attitude towards the game and training. Dom Young goes hard, but defensive reads are C grade, and hence why he's been punted at the Roosters. Great point. Taylor May is the guy. Our squad is pretty complete, TBH. All we really need is a solid specialist 13. That's also a really good point. And we need to make sure we can keep our current squad, so upgrade extensions, bring in Taylor May and a specialist lock, and if we are off to the races. 100%, dude. That is a great point. Like, Taylor May really is our guy, and I am like 98% sure we are signing him. The only 2% that I'm worried about, guys, is that article that they released a few weeks back, probably a month or so ago, about how he said he's just not ready to come back yet, or for like personal reasons. But at the same time, that could also just be a press thing, just saying like, hey, we've made our decision. We don't want any more clubs coming after us because we know we are going to the Tigers. My brother's there. They've offered me a great contract, and the culture there is something that I want to be a part of. It's going to help me be a better person. That is, honestly, that's my only hesitation was that article, but I know Taylan May should be coming to our club literally every second. Now, the other signings, I'm not sure if they're going to be external or if they will be an internal extension like TDS, the two Fanu, or even any of the Fanu brothers, even Jareem Buller past 2027. I'm really, really intrigued to hear what Richo and Marshall are going to be saying here literally any day now. But drop your thoughts in the comments, your predictions. Who would you sign? Who do you think we're getting? Do you think it's Taylan May? Do you not think it's Taylan May? Do you think he's the guy for our team? The missing piece, if you will. And yeah, your overall thoughts on, who we should be getting. Because we have a lot of different options, but we also have a lot of options within our club. And that's where I think we got to put a lot of our focus on. We've got people like Jared Haywood coming up through our junior system. Like, these are the guys that we should be looking out for the future as well. And then people like Heath Mason, I'd love to see him running up in like number 6 or number 7. Even if Buller was out number 1, like, why couldn't we see him in there? Or even a center. Kit and Luke Lalili, like, those guys are absolute beasts. I want to see them more out there. I'm honestly surprised Luke hasn't been in, even playing center, I know it's such a crucial spot, and Brent's a seasoned veteran with that. But, at the same time, defensively, I'd say Luke's a little better. I'm glad Fatape's not in right now, just with everything he's got going on and just the way the club's moving. But overall, like, I am loving our future trajectory on, like, the people that we have and that we get in. But at the same time, that reminds me, we need to get more depth in the middle. That is something we need. We need our bigger boys to have some more backup options, to have some more breathers, some more fresh legs. So if that's the case, like, if we put our money towards that, who do you think that Richo and Marshall are going to sign with that? Let me know in the comments. I'm really, really intrigued. But as always, Tigers fans, this is a great freaking year to be a Tigers fan. We are going up against the Melbourne Storm this weekend. This is going to be an absolute nail-biter of a game. I cannot wait. We had Isaac Izza on yesterday on the show, and what did you guys think of him? Should we have him back on the show? I absolutely frothed having him on. The bloke is so knowledgeable in all things NRL, but all things West Tigers, and just having that outside perspective was really nice, saying like, hey, the Tigers are building something special and people want to be a part of that. And like, honestly, they are in this massive rebuild and we are going to be top 8 contenders, but we have to believe in it. That is our biggest thing. We aren't believing. We got to start believing like winners, we've got to own it. And Luai is definitely making that known. Team first, like, this is what this is. Like, we are a winning team, and in a few years we will be a premiership winning team as well. But yeah, so much to dream big about, Tigers fans. Thank you for sticking around to the end of this video. I appreciate you. Remember, we're giving away tickets to our round 20 game against the Titans. So if you want to be part of that, make sure you join the Jungle Crew or the Claw Club, and you'll get automatic entry into that giveaway. Giving away tickets to our home game at Leichhardt Oval. It's going to be amazing. Plus, we're going to do a bunch of other member giveaways coming up in the next few months as well. Possibly looking at jerseys and all sorts of different tickets around the stadium. It's going to be sweet. Some more Tigers merch, some more my merch, which you can find in the comments, in the description, sorry. But as always, dream big. You guys are bloody legends. I super, super appreciate every single one of you and all of your feedback. So keep it coming, and we have so much to dream big about. Geordie out.